it's just humidity is just pouring down on you. I went on a run right when I got back, and I barely made it back to the house.
Will Hahn and his brother Tommy Hahn, who races in the 450 class, are both born in Kansas, but they now make their racing home in Decatur, Texas. So yeah, he's definitely used to the heat, but so is 38 of Trey Kennard, because he's from Oklahoma. So it's really the home race for both of these guys. And they need to rally right now to try to put those bikes on the podium and keep away from the South African Rattray who's right behind them.
There's something, you know, I always wanted to try to do good in the heat, do well in the mud, and do well in the sand. Those were always like the separators, you know. And for the heat, just like Will said, you have to do things and get out there. Wow, nice move by Kennard. Just hit the jump faster. Looks like it's going to work.
Oh, Hahn's going to fight back. Side by side. Finally, Trey Kennard is able to get that spot. So he is into fourth. Credit to Will, though, who really wasn't known for his outdoor skills until about now. Had a great race at Hangtown, had a great race here. Struggled the first couple of years as a pro, but this team, this Lucas Oil Troy Lee Honda team, has really turned things around for a lot of guys, including Will. I'm sure he didn't want to get past there, but he's still inside the top 5.
Yeah, I mean, to get passed by a guy like Kennard is a disaster.
Yeah.
I mean, on paper, he belongs in front of Will at this point in their careers. But, you know, going back to Will and his preparation and just living down here and going, hey, I want to be tough. You have to be tough to win the outdoor series. You don't have to be tough to win Supercross. You have to be brave. You have to have great timing. And in Supercross, you know, that only take you so far. So he's, you know, to be out there running and barely making it back to the house tells me that he's doing what he needs to do during the week to have it for today.
And Rattray beginning to put pressure on them from the number 6 spot. Then 7th, as you saw it just come by, is the number 20 of Brock Tickle, who told me he was out riding in California this week, but he put Under Armour cold weather gear on underneath his riding gear to acclimate himself to the heat. He's in 7th behind these guys, Rattray in the 28 and the 49 of Hahn. And guess what? No matter how hot and rough it is, no matter how much a break these guys want, we can take a break. They can't, because we're only halfway through this moto. That means a lot of great racing. So stay tuned here from Texas. Next Saturday, one of the greatest racing events in the world is on speed, the 24-hour of Le Mans. To win here, it takes more than skill. You must have a strategy, endurance, and luck. So don't miss the 24 Hours of Le Mans live next Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, exclusively on speed.
You know
That's
what
an
I'm seeing
endurance race
right
for
here?
different comp. Let's talk about this one.
Yeah, besides Wilson just turning a little bit quicker lap, close the gap a little bit, what I'm seeing from Tomac, I mean, you know, if it keeps going like this, it looks like he's going to get the overall, even if Wilson passes. So, well, no, Wilson was third the first moto.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Yeah, so he's got to hold him off. So, but versus Purcell, who seems to always have a good moto and a not so good moto.
Yeah.
Physically is what it may come down to, and you got to give the nod to Tomac. He's proven he can ride, and just as fast and clever as Purcell can. So, man, this kid looking at a championship. It's early to say all that, but he's looking better and better all the time.
Yeah.
I don't see weaknesses, you know.
Well, if anyone's going to find him, it's going to be the 108 of Wilson. He's searching for a way around right now. He has stayed in the hunt. We are only halfway through this 30-minute plus 2-lap moto, and I'm sure Wilson is aware that Tomac ran really strong for 20 minutes in Moto 1 and then hit the wall. Let's see if Wilson, around that 20-minute mark, and I'm seeing a little mistake here out of Tomac. And if Wilson does get this, that could be the overall.
Both these kids looking just a little bit like plumbers. Pants kind of dripping.
Ventilation.
Yeah, for Tomac, it was the little tab in the center of the pants. It kind of looked like a crack. But he's not really showing as much as Wilson here.
Wilson's jersey comes untucked in every moto, and I've heard the Thor people actually have to zip tie his pants. The belt can't cinch enough. He's so skinny. They can't find a way to keep the jersey tucked. I got an odd build there, but hey, whatever he's doing right now, it's working.
You know, this may be a stretch, but I'd be willing to bet these kids lost a little bit of weight in the first moto.
The waist is bigger than it was.
Smaller.
Yeah, it reminds me of Josh Hill back in the day in Supercross, who could never get his pants to stay up and his jersey tucked. I don't think I've seen a professional race out of Wilson where this hasn't happened, so it's not going to bother him. Look at this. He is now going after Tomac If he makes this pass, you'd be looking at a 3-1 situation. I don't want to speak too soon because I screwed it up at our last race of who won the overall. But a 3-1 beats a 2-2. We're only halfway through. A lot can change from there. Here comes Wilson. He's got him in his sights, and now he's got him on his right side. He's got the pass made. Dean Wilson. And he does a little up on the pegs of his own through that section.
Looked like Tomac just took a breath right there, like, okay, all right.
Wow.
It's not over yet, but let me catch my breath, figure out where this guy's faster, and see what happens, you know. But you got Purcell, we're back in 8th. So both these kids, yeah, the overall's looking good.
Well, I want to ask you about Wilson's mindset. Very great rookie season in Supercross, but other rookies, Barsha and Blake Baggett got wins. Great debut rookie race at Hangtown, but Eli Tomac, another rookie, got a win. He has got to be fired up and say, don't forget about me. I'm a rookie. I can win.
And that's what this performance is looking a lot like.
Yeah.
Hey, man. I don't know that he cares about all that right now, but I'm sure it's been on his mind leading into this race and between motos probably. So Tomac,
scheme out of Tomac here?
that's what I was just thinking. You know,
yeah, it looks like it.
He was running, you know, 210s, whatever, in the first moto, and then all of a sudden he dropped to 216s and 17s. Pretty abrupt. So,
yeah.
you know, that could have put a pretty big dent in this moto physically. So, you know, he hasn't...
he's really coming unglued now. He has a 15-second lead, it says, over the third-place rider, Kennard, but that was a half of a lap ago when they passed the finish line. How long can he hang out? Meanwhile, Christophe Porcella's up to 8th. And you know he's going to be strong right to the end. This is going to be interesting. Dean Wilson's going to try to run away with the overall, and Eli Tomac is just going to try to hang on. It's hot out here, folks. We can't state it enough. Stay tuned. Fuel your passion for AMA racing between events. Speed.com and Speed Mobile. Expert analysis, the latest stats, results, videos, and the latest news posted as soon as they become available. So get more at speed.com or m.speedtv.com on your phone. Get reports on races like this. Eli Tomac, 2nd place here at Freestone, Texas. And Aaron Bates has actually got his parents. Let's talk to the Tomacs.
That's right. I found John Tomac, Eli Tomac's father, standing up here in the bleachers, keeping a close eye on your son. John, what are your impressions of your son so far in his pro career?
Oh, he's done awesome. We were hoping for top 5s, and you know, he won the opening round in Hangtown, which was awesome, and he's doing great. Today was 2nd. The heat's really a big issue here. It's hard to acclimate for it, to get ready for it. It's been not that hot at our home in Colorado, so it's a challenge for us today, but he's hanging in there tough.
What does it mean to you having him come to Hangtown, take that overall win, to come here and prove that that was not beginner's luck?
It was really special to win that race, you know, and he's been working over 10 years now as an amateur, and it's nice to see all of his work pay off for him.
You've been a pro athlete your whole life, so are you nervous sitting here watching him?
Not really, because, you know, I've been with him for so long racing, and it's nice to make it to this level. You know, I think the riders are obviously the best in the world, so I actually feel more comfortable at these events.
We'll let you get back to keeping your eagle eye on him. Great luck.
Now that guy is arguably the greatest of all time in American mountain biking racing. And in the early days when mountain biking was first coming of age, this is the guy that put it on the map.
He, like, just was the sport,
yes.
You know, to win the downhill and the cross-country championship pretty much in the same year. And I've been to some races, and you see that guy climbing. He's like, just yelling in the faces he makes. I mean, just Google John Tomac and look at some images, and you'll see the intensity that he rode with. Very much of an innovator as well, so, you know, of course he's instilled all that in Eli, and it shows.
Well, what's impressive to me is Eli just lost the lead and is struggling a little bit, but Dad doesn't seem alarmed. No, they know this is a long career. They're planning for the long haul, not individual races. But here is how he lost the lead.
Yeah, just he was in his comfortable line. He's been taking that line. You see him just a tiny glance over, going, yeah, well, you know, hey, let me try to not push it too much and lose the chance of perhaps a 2nd overall and a decent moto finish and keep that red plate.
Yeah, he's got to hang on here. He's getting a little loose on the motorcycle. As we said, maybe running low on energy late in this thing, and now the riders are getting to close in, and this is not a guy you want closing in on you late in the race. The very tough South African Tyler Rathray.
Yeah, he's making me look smart right now. I was talking about how he's going to get stronger as the moto goes on, and he's doing just that. And, you know, I don't think he's everyone's tired.